welcome to my channel. I am Angie from Angie Silly Crafts here on YouTube and on Instagram. If you're new here, welcome. This is my channel about cross stitch and mostly full coverage cross stitch, although if I look at my thing, I'm pretty sure I'm probably like half and half now with full coverage and non-full coverage. If I seem different today, if you've watched my videos before, it's because I am not home alone and it feels weird to be talking when my kid is downstairs. But they had yesterday and today off because here in Canada it is minus 52 with the wind chilled. I don't know why I said it like that. That was way too excited for those kind of extreme temperatures. But so they don't have school. I was going to do this and then now they don't, they're here. So this feels a little awkward. And I'm sure you guys are feeling the same way, but I want to get this WIP parade done. Did I say this? I'm doing my WIP parade. And I have 34 projects, I think. I thought there was 35, but I counted 34. So either my math is wrong or I'm missing a project. So 35 projects. If you're new here, this is pretty much what my videos are like. But they're just relaxed. I try to do these in one take. You get to hear all my inner dialogue, and we just, kick up our feet and look at some cross stitch. I am not going to I'm going to try not to be too chatty today and not go on like rabbit trails and just show you the pieces. Like I said, there's 34, 35, that. And I'll tell you the fabrics and the designers and stuff. And I have my stats. Okay, my last WIP parade was in September of 2022, I think, because that's when I started my channel. I totally forgot about like my 1 year in Flosstube or whatever in September. I totally forgot. But yeah, I've had that. It's come and gone. So that was when I did my last WIP parade, but I am just going to edit when I put the pictures in for the last time that you saw this. They're going to be from the beginning of 2023. So, and my stats are going to be from the end of 2023. So if I have worked on anything in the last, what day is it today? The 12th? In the last 12 days, those numbers are not going to be in my stats. So it's going to be a little skewed, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. All right. So we're just gonna get started here. I don't think my projects are in chronological order, actually. So you know what? I'm not even gonna try and put them in chronological order. At some point, they all of a sudden start in chronological order, but the first few are not. So my first project is my Mini Nativity by Donna Gelsinger. This is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Sorry. This is what it will look like when it's done. It's been a while. This is what it looked like at the beginning of 2023. And this is what it looks like now. So mostly I've been working in this area here. All right, I'm not going to give you guys a bunch of extra information, but that's where I've been working. In 2023, I put in 2,852 stitches, which was 3.25%, and I have made it to 10% on this project. I started it, this was my new start in 2022. January 1st, 2022 is when I started this one. And it's at 10%. You're gonna see oh, right. Okay. 2024 plans. I'm not going to make a huge video about that because if you've been here before, you will know that I do not stick to plans. I can't have plans where it's like this day you have to work on this project, or I don't do well with that. I'm okay with like monthly if it's, you know, I need to do a certain amount of stitches in a month. I might do that, more likely to do that. But I do have some very loose goals. Some loose, some are I want to stick to, but for 2024. So I think as I pull out each piece, if there's a goal attached to it, I'm just gonna add that on. Also want to mention, if I want to complete all of my goals that I have set for myself this year, I need to stitch about 104,000 stitches. That's not going to happen because last year, I guess I could tell you that, my total stitch count for 2023 was 76,868, and that is a really good stitching year for me because in 2022 I stitched 49,227. I also think that has to do with the fact that I started doing tent stitch in 2023, but I did stitch more. So anyways, nowhere near 104,000. So one of these goals, probably like 10 of them, are not going to be met. But I will tell you what my lofty ambitions for the year are. And then at the end of the year, we can see how many I actually made. So my nativity, I don't think I have a 2024 goal for it, just to start off. But I do want it done in, it's my 2025 finish, so I need to like be progressing on that slowly. Or not slowly, I don't know. Okay, my next piece is my mini coffee sloth. This is by Sheena Pike, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is what it's gonna look like when it's done. This is what it looked like the last time you saw it at the beginning of January. Sorry, my computer, or my tablet is not working for me. Okay, this is what it looks like now. All right, so in 2023, I put in 4,935 stitches, and I added 16.06% this year, which I am pretty happy about. I'm not even going to try to figure out where I've worked in it this year, like everywhere. That's what it's going to be like for all of them. And now 2024, this is going to be my 2024 finish. I am using it right now for my Stitch 30 daily. It's not usually daily and it's not usually 30 minutes, but I have it in my Stitch Pal, and it says that I need to do 41 stitches a day to have this done by December 25th. So that's the plan for that one. That one is like a you better do this plan, because I started that March 26th, 2021. That needs to happen. All right. Oh, I did have 4 finishes this year. Anyways, I had 4 finishes, but I can't show them because some of them have not been gifted yet. So in my next, I plan to do a update video at the end of January, which is going to be a lot of repeat of this, but there'll be some different. And then maybe I'll hopefully have 2 of them fully finished, and then I'll share them in that video. It's only 4. It's, you know, I don't need to make a whole video on my finishes. So that's that. All right, next up. This is my Oilers piece. It's a paper pattern, so I have no idea what percentage I'm at. And in 2023, I only added 155 stitches. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. This is what it looked like at the beginning of the year, 2023. I'm not going to say that every project. So I'm talking about the beginning of the year as in January of 2023. Okay, and this is what it looks like now. Yep, that's right. So yeah, this is like a really small project. I think 10,000 stitches, but for some reason, I think it's because it's paper. I can't get myself motivated to work on it. I mean, I should be really motivated right now because it's hockey season and our team's doing good, but I don't know. So yeah, 155 stitches for the whole year. That is despicable. So we'll see. Maybe I can get some more later. Sorry, I already know that I am going through this really fast. Okay. Next up is not that one. Next up is my cross by Thomas Kincaid. This is what it'll look like when it's done. This is what it looked like at the beginning of the year. And this is what it looks like now. This is a kit by, what is it, Candamar Designs? Yeah, I don't know. So I'm using all of the kit stuff. I don't have a percentage on this. I mean, I could probably figure it out if I would just not be lazy and count what the full piece is. I don't know. It's probably like 20. No, it's got to be more than 20,000. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I'm not counting. 1,431 this year. It was probably up in this area. But again, I'm not going into detail. This is just a WIP parade. I mean, if you have questions and you want to know more details, I will gladly tell you. I started that, sorry, I haven't been talking about this. That's my second oldest WIP. I started that September 24th, 2015. That one also needs to get a move on. Speaking of getting a move on, this is my oldest WIP. I started it in, I just have 2009 because I couldn't remember when it was once I started tracking. This is Monkey Love. I think it's Monkey Love. Here's what it's going to look like when it's done. It was a chart off Etsy, and I don't think you can get it anymore. This is what it looked like when you saw it at the beginning of the year, and it pretty much looks exactly the same. Here it is now. I've added 300 stitches all year. Yeah, that's not great. I think they're up there. Oh, I keep doing that. Not. I don't know why I've only put in 300 stitches because I was doing the oldest WIP Wednesday, but I was kind of going back and forth between my oldest and my second oldest, and I don't know. Obviously needs more work because it's not very far along. All right, now I think these are in chronological order. This is my mini bird garden by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is what it'll look like when it's done. And this is what it looked like at the beginning of 2023. And here it is now. I have added 2,706 stitches. I got my first page finish in this last year, which was very exciting because it was actually my first Heaven and Earth Design page finish. It is still my only Heaven and Earth Design page finish. It's I'm working here because I really like this bird. The painted bunting is my favorite. This one I put in 3.5% last year. That's not very good. Oh, you probably want to know what the total percentage of it is. Oh yeah. This one is currently at 15.72. And I think for next year, that's a weird side. I think for next year I would like to get this to 20%. I don't know how many stitches that is. I mean, I do somewhere, I have it written down, but that somewhere that I have it written down is my phone, and I'm taping on my phone. So I don't know how many stitches I need. Lots. All right. Next up is my Nomies project. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. It's by Kaylee from sewingshop.ca here in Canada. This is what it looked like at the beginning of the year. I've added 993 stitches. Here it is now. This is my snow day project, and for up until this week, we have not really had any snow, like a couple days. And then winter just decided to hit us, and hit us hard. So in the this last week alone, I think I've done that, and up there, and that. So anyways, I have added 9% to this year, which was 993 stitches. I don't remember if I said that. This one should really be finished. I started it December 21st, 2021. I don't know. I like it. I want it up. It would be really cute to have up right now in these freezing cold days. So maybe, I think actually I might have put that as like a finish this year. Let me tell you what percentage I am at. I don't think I am quite 50. 42.60%. So could it be a finish? Maybe. We'll see. All right. My next one is not that one. Okay, so this is Mini Mountain Landscape, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is what it looked like the last time. No, this is what it looked like at the beginning of the 2023. I have added 2,289 stitches for a 3.35%. This is what it looks like now. I have no idea why I have not worked on this more. I love this piece so much. I'm down in the not as fun confetti filled spots, so that might be why, but yeah, I don't think I have a goal for this. Well, no, I do. I want to get it to 10% because it's not quite at 10%, but I think 10% is less than 500 stitches, so that should happen, but it should be a lot farther along. Oh, I think up to this point, all my full coverages have been on 18 count, 2/1, full cross. Yes, so this one needs to come out more. I don't have a end date in mind for that one yet, but it needs to come out more. Okay. I started that one March 24th, 2022. That was a birthday start. I just started it a couple of days earlier than my birthday, but it was a birthday start. Okay, I have not this project when I was, oh, sorry, that was probably really loud. Okay, this is my Gilmore Girls. It is by Stitch Area, I think on Etsy. I don't know if you can get it anymore, but this is what it's going to look like when it's done. And this is what it looked like in the beginning of January. It has had 2,947 stitches. This is what it looks like now. This one has gotten quite a bit of progress. Well, it looks like it's gotten quite a bit of progress because I think there was one month when me and Alicia and Carla were doing Wheel of Stitches, and it was picked one month for like 1,000 stitches. So that is where it's a paper pattern, so I can't even tell you the percent. I again do not have any plans for that one. I do like it a lot, but I don't have a set plan for that one. Okay. Daydream Sea Turtle. This is by Sheena Pike, charted by Charting Creations. This is what it'll look like when it's done. And this is what it looked like at the beginning of January 2023. This project has had the most progress for all my projects all year. I put in 6,173 this year. Here it is now. This one was picked lots for Wheel of Stitches this year because this is Carla from Stitch Me Sane, her favorite piece that I have. So, and I was definitely happy to work on it. It is one of my favorites. So I added 3.72%. Yes, because this is a bigger piece. Man, seems like it should be a higher percent than that. All right, so hold on a second. What am I on? So right now, my sea turtles is at 6.89%. I started that May 23rd, 2022, and I don't think I have any set 2024 goals for that one. I don't think so. Maybe to get to 10%, but I don't think so. I'm not adding more to the 104,000 stitches. Okay. Next is sorry, I don't know where. Oh, that's weird. Nope. Okay, you know what? We'll come back to that one because I don't know where it is right now. Oh. Oh no, that one's here. I'm coming back to that one too. That's weird. Okay. Bonded by the Rain. This is by Leonid Afromov. This is what it'll look like when it's done. Leonid Afromov, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is the mini Bonded by the Rain. This is what it looked like at the beginning of 2023. This is what it looks like now. I've added 2,309 stitches for a total of 4% this year. I wanted to have this done for August. Not even close. This is the color expansion. If you can't tell from all those threads. What was I gonna say? I don't remember what I was gonna say. Yep, this one is at 6.69%. Yeah, I didn't work on this as much as I wanted to. I love this one. It's just because of the color expansion, it is a lot of onesies, twosies. I mean, can you see all those colors? 18 count, 2/1, full cross. Just saw this one. There we go. Okay, this is my raccoon by Cottage Garden Sampling. You'd think by now I would have that down pat. This is what it looked like at the beginning of the year. I have added 1,214 stitches. This is it now. It's on a 16 count green, like a minty green. I don't know if you can, if I put this white up to it, you might be able to tell what color it is. I'm using all the I'm using all the called for floss. And this one I would like to have done this year because I have 2 more in the set. I have the beaver and the bear that I would like to start. So I have that as a finish this year. But we see. All right, this is my garnet by Carolyn Manning Design. This is what it'll look like when it's done. This is what it looked like at the beginning of 2023. And this is what it looks like now. I have put in 1,918 stitches, but I have worked on this a bunch in January. Like I think I did all that in, so that's not accurate. But that's what it looks like. Oh, those colors are showing up nice. Okay. I am at 48.04. Almost 50, but this is, I want this one done this year. I'm doing this for my oldest. It's his, well, I'm doing all of the birthstones for our family. I've already done one for me and Chad for March. This is the January, and then I need to do the turquoise for December, and then I will frame them. So I kind of wanted to have this one done by the end of this month. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I think I can finish it this year for sure. I shouldn't say for sure. I think I can finish it this year. We'll just leave it at that. I added 29% to that in 2023. Okay, this is a project I am doing in memory of my sister. I made it with the Threadbare app. This is what it'll look like when it's done. This is what it looked like at the beginning of 2023. And this is what it looks like now. Nope. Seriously. I don't think I've ever held this up the right way. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So in 2023, I put in 3,618 stitches, but I just worked on it yesterday and today. So, and it is now at 3%. This is a project. Okay, we'll just hold on a second. I added 2.46% to it this year. This is a biggie. I mean, it's not my biggest project, but it's still pretty big. And it's pretty confetti heavy. But that's okay. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So me and Alicia from Adventures of Stitching and Rainy Day Reads, or Rainy from Rainy Day Reads, I do that all the time, and Leanne from Small Town Stitches, we have decided this year that we want to get all or most or some of our big full coverages to 5% because we had a lot, especially me, I think I probably had the most, that were at like even less than 3%, or, you know, and if we want to get these big full coverages done, they need to see progress. So we are using the hashtag 5% by 25. I will write it in there. You are welcome to join us if you have some big full coverages that you would like to get to 5% or more than one. So yeah, this is I just hit 3%, but I want to get it to 5% this year. This was 18 count, 2 over 1 full cross. Okay. This is a tiny project that I don't know why it's not done. This is I think it's called Christmas Prayer. It is from Christmas Ornaments 2016. Yep, 2016. The Just Cross Stitch. And I don't know why I don't have it marked. Oh, there, I do have it marked. Okay. I am doing that one right there. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty tiny. All right, so I am doing this one on 25 count Lugana in gold. I don't think that's opalescent, but it's like, I don't know, it has gold flecks in it. Can you see that? I say that every time because it does. Oh, I do that every time too. I get excited when I can actually, you can see what I'm seeing. Okay, this is what I have. I don't think I showed you. This is the progress. This is what I had at the beginning of 2023. I have added a total of 310 stitches. Yeah. Pretty sure I wanted to have that done by Christmas. And I don't think I have necessarily plans to have it done by next Christmas either. All right, this one. This is God Shed His Grace by by Abraham Hunter, charted by Artisy. This one, I have not been telling you guys when I started these things. I'm not going back. We are at, this was my New Year, New Start in 2023. So I started it January 1st. I've added 4,837 stitches. There we go. there's quite a few people working on this, but I think I am the only one working from the right. And I think I have the least amount of everybody done. So this one is at 3.58%. This is one of my 5% ones. I want to get that one to at least 5%. All right. Oh, hey, I found one of my ones from earlier. I'm gonna go back now so that I don't forget. This is He Is Risen by Pursuit of Happy Stitches. Sorry. This is what it's gonna look like when it's done. This is what it looked like at the beginning of 2023. And this is what it looks like now. I put in 538 stitches. Again, I think Alicia picked this for my Wheel of Stitches last year, and I think it was like 500 stitches, so it's probably been worked on once. Nope, never mind. It's been worked on 3 times. I pulled it out 3 times this year. That one does not have any 2024 plans. Okay, now we're jumping back ahead. Okay. This is Home Is Where My Plants Die by Pursuit of Happy Stitches. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. This is what it looked like at the beginning of the year. I have added 161 stitches. This is even more pitiful than the last one. Here it is now. I betcha it was like that. That's all. And I think the only reason I pulled this out was because one time Chad said that I should work on it because he knew I hadn't worked on it in a really long time. And he was correct. This fabric is from Michaels. It's like the only printed fabric you can get. I know I said I was going to figure out what fabric it is, but I didn't, so I'm sorry. All right. Okay. This is my Guardians of the Galaxy. I got it off of Etsy. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. I have put in a total... Oh, this is what it looked like the last time you saw it, or beginning of January. I am doing this on navy fabric. And I can't even find my stitches. That's how little of them there are. Yep. I started working on the top of Groot's head. I added 132 stitches. Guys, we've talked about this, but this is a huge piece. But I refuse to UFO it. I'm not doing it. This fabric was actually pretty expensive because I had to get it from 123 Stitch, and I'm in Canada, so we're just gonna leave that at that. I like the project. I don't like stitching on dark fabric, and I thought I had it figured out, and then I just never picked it up again, and I forgot. So yeah, I don't have any plans for that one either. I think that's gonna be a lifer. I really do. Okay. Next up is, oh, I started Guardians February 24th, 2023. Yep, that project is, well, not quite a year old, but it's getting there. All right, this is Dandelion Fluff Girl Gang number, I don't know, 4, 2. I don't know why I don't know that. Anyways, it's charted by Kaylee from the sewing shop. Actually won this in a giveaway from Kaylee. And it is by Heather Kramer. There we go. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. It probably tells you what number it is, and then you'll know. This is what it looked like at the beginning of no. These are all new starts, so I don't have progress pictures for any of these. Actually, I haven't had progress pictures for the last, like, 4 projects. So I apologize that I have been saying this is what it looks like at the beginning of January when, no, I lied. Okay. What is going on? No, that's right. This is your first time here. I apologize. There we go. This is what it looks like. So, to clarify, all of that is new this year. That eye is really cool. Is that? I feel like this looks really small to me because my next projects coming up are huge. But this, when I started it, was my largest project. Anyways, I started that March 1st, 2023. I added 3,535 stitches, and it is currently at 1.81%. I think this one for 2024, I just wanted to get this one to 3%. That was a good enough goal for me if I could get this one to 3%, because I think that's a pretty high stitch count for that. Considering I put in over 3,000 this year, and I'm only at whatever I said, 1.81. All right. Next up is A Church for All Seasons by Charting Creations by Nikki. You know what? I can't pronounce her last name. I have been, since, when did I start this? March 26th, 2023. I have not been able to pronounce her last name. So me and Alicia, we even looked it up in like the pronunciation thing. We both came up with something different. So instead of me mumbling her last name, I'm just going to call her Nikki B. Does that work for everybody? If you go on Charting Creations, you'll be able to find her. And if you're on my Instagram, I have her name. I'll write her name down here so that you guys can know who it is. Anyways, this is what it's going to look like when it's done. And, oh, let me just fold this fabric. This is that really, really long one. It's like the length of a supersize. But it's not a supersize. This is what it looks like now. There's a bunch of us working on this one too, and again, I'm the only one over here in the winter, although Alicia's working along the whole bottom and she's almost made it to the winter side. In 2023, I put in 3,886 stitches, and that was 1.57%. Yeah, that should be pretty accurate, because in December I worked on it in a bunch, because again, it was a wheel of stitches and I put in like 1,200 stitches in this confetti filled tree. Everything's fine. I love this project. This one, oh yeah. If I remember correctly, I do want to get this one to 5%, and I think it is about 13,000 stitches. So this one's going to be coming and being worked on a lot. This is on 25 count. I don't know if I said the dandelion girl and this one there. I think actually all my full coverages from here on out are 25 count, 2/1 tent stitch. Okay, so this is Mini Top Frog by Jody Bergsma, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. I started this on May 4th, 2023 for Rainy's 40th birthday. I am not telling you guys any of the hashtags that go with all of these projects, but it's fine. It's just a WIP parade. It's not a... Yeah, it's fine. All right. Did I say this is what it's going to look like when it's done? I've added 1,950 stitches this year, which brought it to 1.5%. Here it is now. Not nearly enough. Oh no, I'm not telling you where I worked on it last time. This one is definitely a 3%. I want to get it to 3%. It's a smaller project, and I've cropped at least one column, maybe a couple. I don't know. I took off like 6,000 stitches because I didn't have a big enough piece of fabric. So my plan is, there's a lot of background in this one, which I like the background, but I'm going to stitch the frogs and then kind of work my way out. Hopefully you understood that. And see how much of the background I actually want to stitch. Probably leaving the background for the last is not a good idea, but it's what it is. Okay. Oh, that's why I can't find it. Okay. So this is my mini winter rose by Rachel Anderson, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. I started this May 13th, 2023. This one and the Nativity are the first Hades that I ever bought. And that was in 2015 that I think I bought them, and I finally started it in 2023. Yep. This one has had 1,333 stitches. Look at that number, guys. That is not a normal number for me. If you know, you know. Here it is now. It has had... This is 1.7%. I really like this one, and even though I'm just in background, it's actually really fun to stitch. I don't know why I don't bring it out enough, or bring it out more. I don't know. But of course, I want to get down to like the main girl there and all the red. Red's my favorite color. I don't know if that has become apparent, but it is. That one is, I think I want to get that one to 3%. I don't think that's a 5%er. I couldn't get them, try for them all 5%. I have way too many for that. But, yeah, I want to get it to at least 3%, which I think is less than 9,000, or less than 9,000, less than 900 stitches, so it should be doable. Okay, this is Glow Up by Carolyn Manning Designs. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. I started this with Carla from Stitch Me Sane on June 11th of 2023. I have added 1,813 stitches for a total of 14.2%, and yeah, sorry. And this is what I have. This is a fun one to stitch. I love the colors in it too. This one, I think if Carla is still on board, we want to finish this one this year. It's about 12,000 total. So we will see, but it would be fun to have that one finished. Okay. This is my Java Joanna from Sheena Pike, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I started this June 16th, 2023, and I put in 2,522 stitches, although I think in January I added like 500 or 600, so it might be a little bit more than that, but here it is. Oops. Sorry. There we go. The last, oh no, I was gonna tell you guys the last time that I worked on it, but it was up there, I know that. This one is at 3.02%. Oh, right. The last time I worked on it, I got it to 3%. So this is one that I want to get to 5% this year, which I don't think is going to be that hard because it seems this piece, I don't know, whenever I work on it, it seems like I can put quite a few stitches in one sitting, and that's not normal for me at all. But that's 25 count, 2 over 1/10. Okay. This is my Red Panda by Sheena Pike. Yes, I like Sheena Pike's designs. Charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This one I'm stitching with Alicia. We started it June 27th, 2023. I added 2,213 stitches. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. I am at 2.3%. Here is what it looks like now. Bring it in. Those colors. I love those colors. I think this is a 5%er. I want to get this one to 5%. Which it's a lot small. Well, it's kind of smaller. It's smaller than some of the ones coming up. Let's just put it that way. All right, this one is my first dimensions kit. It is Northern Night by Dimensions Gold. That's not too bad. You can see that, I think. I started this one July 1st, 2023. It's a paper pattern, so I have no idea percent-wise. And here is where I am at. I've added 887 stitches. wanted to add 1,000 stitches. I think that was my, but, well, there's two things. I really want to get up to the top right corner so I can work down the way I like to, but I want to put in at least 1,000 stitches, which should be doable. Okay. This is the Lord's Prayer by Anne Makes Things. It's a free pattern on her webpage. What was I gonna say? I'm stitching this with Rainy. We started it on July 2nd, 2023. This is what it's gonna look like when it's done. I'm stitching this on 28 count, 1/1 full cross, and here is what I have. It's like a really light blue. I don't know if you can, again, if I put a white up to it, can you see that that's a blue? I don't know. 538 stitches is what this one has had. Okay, we're getting there. I think we're almost done. This is Sea Villains by Jerry LaFaro, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm stitching this with Leanne and Mama Carmen on Instagram. I can't find it because that's how big this fabric is. This has had 2,476 stitches. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. I've added 1%. This is at 1%. Here it is now. That right there is almost all of, I think it's 3846, and then the lighter one is 964. That's it. I'm pretty sure there's only 2 colors in that what did I say, 2,000? Almost 2,500 stitches of 2 colors. But it does stitch fast, so there's that. I do want to get this to 5%, and I think 5% was like 9 or 10,000 stitches. So this is also one that's going to be coming out a lot. Again, I am the only one working on this side. Leanne is on the other side, and her colors are much lighter than mine. And she also wants to get hers to 5% this year, so we have a lot of Sea Villains in our future. You know what though? I think I worked on that a little bit in January. So I might be, I'm at 1.04%. So there's that. Okay. Next up, okay, this is my largest height, yep, or my largest piece. This is Blanket Fort by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I started, oh, 1 second. Sea Villains, I started August 11th, 2023. Blanket Fort, I started July 22nd, 2023. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. I've added 2,317 stitches. I am at 0.71%. And this is what it looks like. Oh, sorry. I was very excited because I am starting the plant down there. Those like aqua green Anyways, this one is also one that I want to get to 5%. And this one might be the one that's 13,000. I think it's about 13,000 stitches. And considering this year I said I put in 2,317, that's a lofty goal for sure. But so 25 count, 2 over 1, 10 stitch. I feel like I am missing vital information that you guys will want, but I can't think of what it is right now. So like I said, if there's anything that I've missed, just put it in the comments. All right, this one is my lavender wreath that is from Light Unicorn Designs. I'm stitching this for my mother-in-law. She was diagnosed with cancer this year, and it's my piece that when she has appointments or bad days or anything like that, I stitch on it. I pray for her, I think of her, and my goal is that when it's finished and she's in remission, I can give it to her and it'll be a symbol of her journey. So this is what it's going to look like when it's done. I've added 2,742 stitches. This is what it looks like now. This one is at 6.59%. I want to get it to at least 10% this year, but I think more like 30, 40, 50, because I think I want to have it done for sure next year. So yeah, this fabric is by Kaylee. It is Winter's Dream, and it is 16 count. I don't. Yep. I really like her fabric. It is really nice to stitch on. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. Let me double check that I haven't worked on that. I feel like I've worked on it in 6.89%. Okay, 6.89% is what I'm at. So a little bit more. I've worked on it a little bit in January. Okay, 3 more. This is, I'm just like throwing stuff, a mess around here right now. This is my first Mirabilia. It is called T, aka Friendship. I am stitching this with Allie from Adventures of Stitching. What was I gonna say? I've added 694 stitches this year. It is on a 16 count heroic by Picture This Plus. I believe that's what it's called. And here is how far I got. Yeah, it's not a good interpretation. Hold on. Let's try this again. There you go. That's much better. Okay. There's like lots of pretty colors in this, and I am doing the 310, but that's okay. We started this September 11th, 2023, and I don't think I have any specific 2024 plans for that one other than working on it and getting much farther, because once I get her stitched, then, and that's the one she's doing too, and then we're going to swap them and stitch each other's and hopefully meet in person at at some point. So that's that. This is Hummingbird by Light Unicorn Designs. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. I am also stitching this one with Alicia. We started this November 9th, 2023, and what? Sorry, I have only put in 236 stitches. This is where I am at. This fabric is also by Kaylee. It is called Perfectly Pastel in 16 count. Oh, hey, you can actually see the fabric pretty good that time. Okay. This one I want to get to, what is it at? This one is at 0.59%. So I think this was like at least 3%, maybe 5%. One more. This is the Sorting Hat Ravenclaw by New Dream Stitch. I mean, I guess I can show you. I have it. It's not in color, but you get the idea. Maybe I'll just pop a picture in here what it's gonna look like. I am stitching this for my niece, who is also having some medical things that when I'm working on this, I am praying for her. Yeah, this isn't accurate because I've worked on it a lot in, here it is. I've worked on this a lot in January, I think almost like every day, because this border, it doesn't look like much, but there's a lot of stitches there. I am just doing this on a 16 count white Aida, nothing, it's actually because I scrunch it up so much, it's actually a lot softer than when I started, so. I want to do the border first because I don't trust my counting at all. So I'm going to do the border first. I think I'm more than halfway. This one, yeah, I want this one done this year. And it's about 20,000 stitches. So this one I need to be working on it constantly, which is fine because, yeah. I started that December 18th, 2023. And those are all my, that's my WIP parade. Sorry if it seemed like I rushed. That's not like me, so that's different. But like I said, I'm not home alone, and so it's just, there's a window there. It just feels kind of awkward, but I wanted to get this like out so that I had reference, and so I don't know, because if I didn't do it today, I probably wouldn't have done it at all. So that is what I have. I will be back at the end of January, I think, to do like an actual proper update, more relaxed, maybe like more personal life updates, you know, that kind of a thing. I tried to keep this pretty basic because there's lots of people who come and just want to watch WIP parades, and that's fine, but they don't necessarily want all that extra. So if you want the extra, you can go back to my past videos. Those will probably give you a better idea of my personality and what my channel is like. So yeah, thank you so much for sticking around. I tried to get this under an hour, but it's not. But it's just over, so it's not too bad. I thought it was going to be like 2 hours, so I'm pretty happy with an hour. Yeah, so if you have any questions, like I said, leave them down below. If you're new here, say hi if you want. I love to talk to people in the comments. I feel like as soon as I turn this off, I'm going to realize that there was a whole bunch of things that I forgot to say, but you know what? There's next video. I will just do that then. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. Have a great rest of your, no, it's Friday. Have a good weekend if you're watching this before the weekend. I don't know how to end this. So take care, and I'll see you when I see you.